The Wave by Zahlia Kelly. I feel the cold, glistening water around me as I rise to sit balanced on my board. My legs swish in the water below as my long blonde hair flops wet and dangles over the shoulders of my wetsuit. I look below at the sandy bottom. I see small fish darting here and there, skittish at the shadows above them. I slowly inhale a deep breath of fresh air with the recognizable taste of salt on the tip of my tongue. My sodden eyes begin to sting as they are drawn towards a subtle movement in the surrounding surfers. Some sit straighter, while others lay on their bellies like turtles on the sand. We all begin paddling in the same direction. I strain my eyes out to the horizon and distinguish what looks different to the rest of the water. A wave! Not just any wave, it is looming like the cracker of a wave it is. The race is on as everyone is paddling towards the peak of the wave. I continue paddling as hard as I can towards the wave. It is grueling work. My shoulders begin to ache and burn like Hades fire. My goal is continuously becoming more remote as my paddling becomes feebler. I press my face down onto the board, pressing my nose against the sticky wax, with an odd, somewhat familiar smell. As this smell permeates my nostrils, it inspires me to one last effort as I give it my all. I feel a sudden jolt, a surge. The wave is upon me. I feel a sudden, thrilling surge of energy pass through me. My paddling speeds up and becomes stronger with each stroke as I push myself towards the edge of my stamina. Charging as fast as I can, I think, can I actually catch this wave? I feel a thrust of momentum pushing me onto the wave. The pit of my stomach becomes a thrill of excitement as I realize I'm gliding on top of the wave. I turn my head to look both ways to ensure I don't drop in on anyone. Slowly, I push myself up, carefully placing my hand on the edge of the board. The sticky wax is beneath my wrinkled palms. I observe my fingers, which look wizened like my grandma's. It reminds me of a time when I was little and she was bathing me and I sat forever playing with a rubber ducky. But this time my hands don't clutch a rubber ducky. They are pressed hard against the fiberglass of wax of my new surfboard. I slowly draw my eyes to the rushing water below, spraying and flickering, so slow yet so fast. I continue to push my body higher and pull my foot forward. I feel the rush of adrenaline shoot through me like electricity. I'm standing on my board, looking down the line of the wave as I drop down the face towards the flat. I use my momentum to thrust my body sharply to the right in a cut back to turn up to the lip of the wave, then snake my body around, pulling myself back down the wave, generating more speed. I glance over my shoulder, back towards the inside of the wave, and see my friend paddling to get out the back. And just before he duck dives under my waves, he gives me the gnarly sign. This is an epic ride. I am completely amped at the exhilaration of the ride as I continue to glide ahead of the curl, cutting up to the lip and down to the flat, carving the wave. I am in the zone. Time stands still. I feel suspended in space and time when nothing else matters or compares to what I am doing in this moment. Life on a massive wave like this is a complete high. It is a beautiful, magnificent, clean wave. A voice breaks into my consciousness, from beyond the break calling me on. You go, girl. I smile. I scan my eyes back towards the curl of the wave and begin to feel an all too familiar sensation as I overcompensate my turn and start to lose control of my board. The tip of my board nosedives into the depths of the wave as I am launched like a projectile flying high over the top of my board. I have one last image of the spindrift from the wave before I plunge into the water below. My eyes are squeezed shut, as tight as can be. My mind is racing as different thoughts rush into my head, matching the rush of water into my nose and ears. How could I have let such a good wave go to waste? Am I ever going to come back up to the surface? How did this happen? My leg rope pulls hard against my ankle, digging it into the soft flesh underneath. I pull my arms up towards my head to protect it from harm's way. Thousands of grains of sand whoosh past, combing through my hair, and fluttering upon my eyelids. Water is drumming around my ears as loud as thunder. I am wished and flipped and spun around, propelled like a washing machine. The wave seems to subside as I swim to the top, only to take a gulp of salty water and be slammed hard back down onto the sandy bottom. Fighting the force of the wave, I am pinned helpless at the bottom. I begin to panic, eager for air as horrible thoughts enter my mind, which is racing as fast as my heart is pounding. Will this never end? The wave begins to pass as quickly as it came. I use my tired, lifeless legs to swim to the surface, with every ounce of energy I own. Out of breath, I swim up for what seems like eternity. I feel the cold, brisk air on my fingertips, and relief swells up inside myself as I break the water's surface. Taking a large gasp of air, I frantically skim my eyes around, looking for my board and any other waves that might want to crush me. It is at times like this that I ask myself, why do I ever do this? The panic subsides as I contemplate an epic wipeout. Catching my breath, I turn and paddle back out through the break to scan the horizon for the next wave. The fear of the wipeout has been replaced by the thrill of the wave. My surfer friend calls out to me, "That was epic, nice wipeout." I grin and respond, "Who says girls can't surf?"